Hey there, Gemini. Welcome to your reading for mid-August 2022. We're just going to jump right in here, Gemini, and we are going to see what is going on for you at this time. And I love it. You have this blessed card, so definitely could be blessings coming in for you at this time, which is nice. And sorry, some of these cards are just upside down, so, and some of them aren't. And I don't read reversals, so we're going to flip them over if they are reversed. But let's see here, Gemini. You show up here in this reading, which is nice. I also like that you kind of go from, you have like the Empress here, and the Empress goes up towards this Queen of Swords. You know, you're going Empress, King of Swords, Queen of Swords. And this kind of is about, you know, realizing your own power. It's insane. You have the star and the sun. Every single reading that I do for you, Gemini, what am I saying? I'm saying fame and fortune. Every single reading that I do for you, sun and the star, is like fame and fortune in a reading. It doesn't mean that you are going to become famous or that you are famous. It just means that, you know, there could be a lot of positive attention for you. And this could be in work. This could be in business. This could be in any area of your life. So it's definitely something that I would take advantage of if you're trying to get attention, to get like a raise, a promotion, or something like that. You start off with this ancient oak spirit, and it says strength on it. Clearly, you're coming from a position of power and strength at this time. Again, you have the star and the Empress in this first row, which is really, really nice. Definitely a good energy for you. I feel like you're kind of taking care of yourself, or you're coming in a position of being able to take care of yourself, which I feel is also going to be very important for you. Again, you have the star, the high priestess, and the Empress. The star is kind of like a card of hope, faith, and renewal. The thing is, when I get the Empress and the star together, to me, it definitely represents like really needing to make sure that you're taking care of yourself, that you're staying healthy, and all those other things. So I would definitely, definitely a good time to pamper yourself and take care of yourself. But the star is a card of inspiration and moving towards things that kind of like inspire you. If I was being super picky about this reading, and even intuitively I kind of feel this, is this right here. Star to the King of Swords to the Sun. It's kind of like the star. You have these dreams, goals, wishes, whatever you want to call them. I feel like you get excited, see the big picture. King of Swords is kind of like reality. And I'm not saying that we should ignore reality, but it's like sometimes I think we do need to be a little bit more dreamy, or we do need to believe that we can accomplish more than we think we can. It's like our reality might be we can only accomplish so much, but it's like maybe our dreams want to carry us farther. And that's the sun on the other side of that King of Swords. So sometimes, not always, but sometimes I feel like the King of Swords can be a little bit of a buzzkill energy. And if you feel that, like if you have these big dreams, then your uncle, your father, your mother, somebody comes into your life and is like, that's stupid, buzzkill, right? Ruins your dreams. I would be very careful, number one, of sharing your ideas with those people. Number two, if you do that to yourself, which, trust me, I do this, right? I come up with an idea, I'm like, well, wait, that's stupid, which I shouldn't do. I feel like this is more about saying, like, just try it, see where things go, any idea you have, because it could lead to the sun, which is amazing. And again, the High Priestess, you don't actually know how things are going to turn out, right? The High Priestess is a mystery. We have to kind of go through the experience to figure out how much potential something has. The High Priestess is the card of potential, but how much potential does something have with the High Priestess? It's a mystery. We don't know. So the only way we can find out is to take action. And I would take action on anything that you feel is a good idea, regardless of what that King of Swords energy kind of makes you feel. And again, you have the Empress. You're always getting these glow up cards. I can't even title your videos glow up anymore because, I don't know, I've done it so much, but it's like I'm not making it up. Here it is, right here. Gemini, Empress, the Sun, and the Star. It's like literally every single reading I do for you practically has these cards in it. So pretty interesting. You're the only sign that gets this combination as well. Like, no one else is getting this, Gemini. And, so I'd be putting in the work to have some of the, like, nicer things that you want to have, or the nicer experiences that you want to have. I'd be doing whatever you can to kind of create those things or to work towards them. But again, I always like to remind people, again, the thing to overcome here is that King of Swords energy. Next, you have the new moon in Aquarius. It says, bring love into the situation. So again, something could be missing love, and I'm not talking about like loving a person, but maybe something just needs that energy of love. So it's like in business, you can have a business that you hate, or you can have a business you love, right? Or you can have a business that is based off of love, or where you kind of grow it with the energy of love, right? And so that's what I'd be focusing on here. And again, this fits in very well with the astrology, not necessarily the new moon here, but just the energy of kind of coming at things from love. I just said to someone else, and I'll say it to you. It's like right now, I've been talking about how I feel we're entering into this time of co-creation. So, I feel like if we don't do things with, other people in mind necessarily, then we're going to suffer. Or things probably, I shouldn't say we're going to suffer. I just think things aren't going to do as well as they possibly can, right? I feel like if you want to grow as much as you possibly can, I would say, how is my business going to help others increase? How is it going to help others in some way? And if we come at things from that angle, we will probably be very, very successful. Again, I said to another person, one of my favorite books of all time, The Science of Getting Rich. In that book, the author talks about how everything we do in business or work, but again, I believe in other areas of our lives as well, we should be doing it with thoughts of increase for the people that we're helping, meaning that by helping them, we're also helping them increase the, the goodness, the abundance, the whatever in their life. And, in that book, it's he was way ahead of his time, because that book was written in, 1900 or something like that. I actually don't know when it was written, but a long time ago. He talks about how we're moving away from competition basically towards co-creation. So, that's what I believe. And, again, I think there's nothing wrong with more abundance for everybody, right? You have the Hangman, the King of Swords, and the King of Pentacles here. A lot of hangman energy at this time. Actually, I'm going to go over here. A lot of people have been getting this, and I kind of feel like people are waiting for permission to do things. And we're definitely not going to get permission to do anything that we want to do. And what I mean by permission is maybe it's not a person who's saying, hey, go do this, but permission could be a certain amount of money. Maybe you're waiting for a certain amount of money to do something you want to do. Maybe you're waiting for your kids to leave the house. Maybe you're waiting for whatever, right? I feel like this is saying, don't wait. Do it now with this hangman energy. I would get moving. Another great book, The War of Art by Stephen Pressfield. He talks in that book all about people who didn't wait, who they had things that definitely would normally hold a person back, but they kind of they put in the work to be successful anyway. And I kind of feel that energy for you there. Next, you have the King of Swords. Again, a little bit of buzzkill energy. I would avoid this energy, especially if you have a person who does this to you. And again, I feel like if you do, you know who this person is. It's not a secret. So again, if you have a person in your life who kind of puts you down or makes you feel down, or maybe they're not a bad person. I'm not saying these people are always bad people, but maybe you share your ideas with them and they kind of hate on them. I would definitely avoid that energy with that King of Swords, just what I'm getting. You have the King of Pentacles, so I actually feel like financially you're becoming more stable with the King of Pentacles. I'm not really feeling much there. Finally, you have the Blessed card, so I feel like there are blessings coming in for you. The Scorpion card, you can see that it's kind of glowing. It's Stinger here on this Scorpion card. And I feel it's a card of coming to a point. It's a card of, getting straight and to the point of something. So I definitely feel that. I'm also getting the word hardening or something in my head. I feel like you're making something more solid. It's like if you take if you take a sword, for example, and if you don't put it through a hardening process and you go and chop wood with a sword, you could break it or bend it, or you could chip a sword, right? But when they put swords through a hardening process, they become almost indestructible. And I don't know, that's popping into my head for you here, Gemini, with this Scorpion card. I feel like something is going through a little bit of a hardening process, like a forging process, whatever you want to call it, and something is becoming kind of harder. You have the Queen of Swords, the Five of Pentacles, and the Sun. Five of Pentacles says, do not call attention to your weaknesses, right? There are how many stories of successful people have you heard where a person has had a weakness and yet they've been very successful? It's plenty of people. I think of actors alone. It's Sylvester Stallone, right? He was told he was too ugly or something like that to be an actor. Yet here he is now, one of the most famous actors ever, right? You had Marilyn Monroe. I think someone called her ugly or something like that, or fat. I don't remember Marilyn Monroe's story, but I'm pretty sure there's like a story about her, and like she went on an audition and they told her she was too fat or something like that. I don't remember what the story is, but the point is, it's like, you know, Five of Pentacles, there are like a million reasons not to do something, but yet there are still people who have done things that have overcome the things that we're not supposed to do, right? So it's like, can you be the exception to the rule, right? And usually in life, I would say no. I think people always like to kind of like argue the exception, right? So it's a logical fallacy, you know, arguing the exception, right? But at the same time, I kind of feel like this reading is saying, you are the exception, Gemini. So if there's a reason why you feel like you can't do something, I feel like this is saying no. You can overcome whatever you're wanting to do, and you can easily overcome this no matter what anyone else says. You also have the sun. The sun is like happiness, joy. Obviously, the sun kind of makes a reading very positive no matter what. So a lot of happiness coming in for you here. Again, fame and fortune. I would try to stand out as much as you can with that star and the sun card and the Empress as well. Glow up vibes for sure, but you know, really it's an energy of like trying to stand out, trying to get attention on things. And again, I've said it like a million billion times that, you know, these years moving forward are, you know, really we need to try to get attention on things that we want to grow, right? As much attention as we possibly can. And you have the Queen of Swords here. Again, I feel like this is just you showing up here at the end of the reading. So I kind of just feel like that's your energy. But let's clarify through here and see what's going on for you. With that star card, you have the Nine of Swords, get out of your head. Again, I would say if you feel like you can't do something, I feel like you can. I also, there is a kind of like a little bit of a alternate meaning to the Nine of Swords. The Nine of Swords can come up for things like temporary work, part-time work, holiday work, and it is popping to my head that if you are looking for, if you're like going and getting a temp job, or if you're looking for consulting work or client work or part-time work, I feel like that is a very specific message, maybe for only like one of you, but if you do that type of work, I feel like there could be work coming in for you here. With the High Priestess, you have the Seven of Wands. Seven of Wands is like knowing that you know that you will be successful. Again, the High Priestess, she represents potential. She also represents kind of like unlimited potential because there is no roof above her head on the High Priestess. So it says that there like are no limits to what she is capable of accomplishing. Exactly what I said. No matter what you may feel is a weakness, right? It's like there are plenty of stories. Like I said, I gave you a couple examples. They were bad examples because I don't really actually remember the stories, but still, there are a couple examples. There are millions more of people who overcame a weakness, right? Is it really a weakness? I'd say probably not. For most of those people, is their strength, right? With the Empress card, you have the Five of Pentacles. Again, do not call attention to your weakness. Empress, Five of Pentacles. It's like the total opposites of things, right? Is what I would say here. So there you go. I feel like this is saying you are the Empress. Don't think you're the Five of Pentacles. I don't know why I get that. With the Hangman, you have the Two of Cups. Two of Cups can be love coming in for you. Two of Cups could be a soulmate, although I don't really feel like this is a love reading. Two of Cups is really you and your higher self, and it is a card of like, paying attention to messages from your higher self. This could be through daydreams, night dreams, through repeat numbers, things like that. So if there are certain things that you consider to be like messages, I would definitely pay attention to those things. With the King of Swords, you have the Six of Cups here. Six of Cups is like a turnaround. Six of Cups comes up when we maybe are experiencing an obstacle, and it kind of represents a gift from the universe. The gift we usually receive is a turnaround, or like kind of being able to overcome the obstacle. Again, with that King of Swords, I would be careful of like anyone from your past who could be like a little bit of a buzzkill. Again, I just get this like buzzkill energy on that King of Swords. I feel like that. And the thing is that the Six of Cups is your inner child, right? And so what do people usually do? They try to crush our inner child for the most part. People say you're childish, you're dreaming. They use all these words, right? And so I feel like the Six of Cups is all about protecting it. You see that they are being guarded by a guard back here. They're also in a castle courtyard on the Six of Cups. So intuitively, sometimes I feel like the Six of Cups is like protect your inner child, protect those dreams, because other people might not see it. But it's like when you become, famous, when you have your glow up, then you can rub it in their face. There you go. With the King of Pentacles, you have the Knight of Cups. It could be an earth sign or someone very stable coming in for you in love. This kind of changes things. Also could be your dreams. Knight of Cups is like a card of dreaming in your imagination. But he's standing in front of this water, and the water is in the desert on the Knight of Cups. So it kind of represents being able to plant seeds in the desert, being able to grow something in an area of life where you don't think there's anything to grow, but there actually is. With the Queen of Swords, you have the Three of Wands. What are you waiting for? Three of Wands is like waiting for the perfect moment when there never will be a perfect moment. I think, didn't I say something earlier about asking for permission? It's like nobody's going to give you permission. I feel like you just have to do what you want to do. With the Five of Pentacles, you have the Three of Swords. Again, I would be very careful of a past person, especially if you have like a past person who you dated who's just a piece of you-know-what. A piece of work is what I was going to say. You know, Three of Swords like a heartbreak, Five of Pentacles, someone who makes you feel weak. I would be careful of those types of people. And with the Sun, you have the Eight of Cups. Eight of Cups is walking towards fulfillment. So, you know, personally, I like the Eight of Cups. It is a card of walking away from something, but to me, he's walking towards the Nine of Cups. So I feel like you are walking towards fulfillment here, Gemini. But I actually really like this reading for you. So thank you for being here, Gemini. Really appreciate it. Make sure to watch your Sun, Moon, and Rising for a full picture of what's going on for you at this time. But thank you, and definitely enjoy your month.